Hi, everybody. This is Ernesto, licensed marriage and family therapist from Filmit.com. Filmit.com is dedicated to helping mental health professionals develop a web-based presence through social media and video marketing. Now, for those of you in private practice who have a video, it's so vital to be on Google and the first page of Google. And I have a special guest who knows everything about how to get your video on the first page of Google, and this is my friend Dustin. Dustin, introduce yourself, please.
Thanks. Ernesto, yes, my name is Dustin. And first of all, I don't know everything. Google's very complicated. Their algorithms go deep. But I've had some experience in this, and it's been a lot of fun. It's actually a passion of mine to be able to rank uh, your business on Google, whether it be your Google Plus listing, video, or your website. What I like to do is help businesses really dominate that first page, because there's only 15, 16 spots on the first page.
Right.
And so if you can dominate that with 3, 4, 5 spots, you're really cutting out your competition, and your potential customers are seeing you over and over. So I love being able to help businesses do that, because I think people are using the internet all the time. So that's the way to go. People they don't go to the phone book anymore. They go to the internet when they're looking for a business. So
Absolutely. Yeah. So you got a company called 9 Designs. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, 9 Design. It kind of just started out, I don't know, probably 4 years ago. Started with just websites, just building websites through WordPress, real simple for businesses. And I guess I can tell you a little bit about my journey, but we own a hair salon here in Central Oregon. And so once we started the hair salon, we didn't know anybody when we moved here 4 years ago. And so I just decided we need to figure out how to market this. And we tried all kinds of different stuff. I mean, we did mailers to the communities, new people that are moving into town. We put an ad in the local coupon book. We did lots of different stuff, but time and time again, internet is really, Google search is how we were getting most of our customers, referrals and the search engine. So it was kind of split 50-50. It actually has progressed to where we're doing about 80% of our new clients are coming straight from the internet. So while those other means, radio ads, TV ads, they can be a little bit effective, what I've found just in our own promotion of our salon here is that we got a small handful of new clients and new customers from those means, but it is the internet that is bringing people in constantly, day in, day out. So that's kind of my journey. And so I developed our website for the salon, and then about a year ago I started thinking, video is the way to go. I mean, people are finding us on the internet. They're finding our Google Plus listing. They're finding our reviews, our website. But what if I was able to rank a YouTube video that really explained the services that we offer, let people see our building, listen from the owner, which is my wife. It really develops trust from the potential client. They can sit there in their living room on their computer and talk to the owner, essentially. It's a one-way conversation, but it really builds trust. And then, we get the phone call. So that's kind of how it works, and it's proven to be really successful. It's a really great tool. Video is just awesome.
Yeah, I think in 2015 or 2014, a lot of videographers are really utilizing this powerful medium of video. They've known this for a long time, and now from the mental health perspective, a lot of us clinicians in private practice are utilizing video, and they are looking very much as a powerful tool for a lot of us in the mental health field. I know it's a little late, and some therapists are using it, but now there is a movement that video is now, no question about it, one of the most powerful tools that anybody can use to advertise. So let's go into some of the things that we want to inform our audience on how important it is to use video and how to get it to the first page of Google. First of all, I'm going to ask you, some of the basic question of some people saying that, why video? You mentioned how, it builds trust, but why is having video so important in relation to your SEO?
Yeah, that's a good question. And we can kind of tackle this question a couple different ways. First, just like I said, it's effective because it can build trust. And just like we're talking right now, you can hear my voice, you can see my face. We now have somewhat of a relationship, which a static website just doesn't do that. There might be pictures on the website and text, but really, a static website, a Google Plus page, these different, Yelp listing, they can tell you a little bit about a business, and there might be reviews, and you can trust that. But video is really the way to go. The other thing is people just don't read anymore. If you have a website and it's got too much content, bam, they're going to the next website. They don't want to read everything there. They want to get to the point immediately. Otherwise, they're going to click off your website. So if you have an engaging video that people are visual. If you have an engaging video that they can just sit there, veg out for a minute and 30 seconds, and they can feel like they are now connected with you, it's much more effective than giving them 5 seconds to judge on your website whether or not they're going to stay there or go to the next website. So just the engagement of video really helps people stay instead of clicking off and helps you turn those.
You make a good point that there's a lot of websites out there that just has a lot of text, a lot of content, and a lot of people don't really want to sit there and just read line by line on what you're trying to communicate. And a video can actually do all of that in one sitting, where the client or the individuals doesn't have to be reading every text that you write on your website. So I guess the rule of thumb is less is more.
Yeah, I mean, people are busy, and they want to get to the point. So video gets to the point, especially if you craft your script beforehand. You plan out what your video is going to be about. If you're just kind of blabbing on and you end up doing this 4-minute, 5-minute video, people are going to get tired and they're going to click off. But if it's engaging for 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes max, people will stick with you, and that's what we've found. But yeah, people have short attention spans, so too much text, they want to get to the point. If they don't decide, in 5 seconds, this website's going to tell me exactly what I'm here to find, they're off to the next site. So
absolutely, and I think yes, video is very much powerful, and wouldn't have to talk too much about that. But let's talk a little bit about the basics that people need to know on how to get your video on the first page of Google. So first question would be, and again, we're going to go through the 9 simple steps on how to get and rank your videos on the first page of Google, but we want to lay some of the ground rules for you, or some of the groundwork. Dustin, explain SEO and Google's relationship with SEO. What the heck is that?
Yeah, great question, and that's somewhere that we should start, because if we're just going to go talking about this, we need to understand what we're talking about. So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. So Google is a search engine. It is by far the most used search engine. So when people are looking for anything on the internet, they go to Google and they search it, especially if they're looking for a local business, and that's kind of my specialty, is ranking videos in local searches for local businesses. So it stands for Search Engine Optimization, and there's a way that you can tell Google, whether it be your website or a video, that you can tell Google what your website or video is about. Now, it's a little bit more complicated with video, because Google doesn't have the ability to know what your video is about, especially if there's not a lot of talking. If there is talking, it can kind of transcribe what you're saying and then decide what it's about, but there's certain things that you have to do, and we're going to go through this in the training, to tell Google what your video is about. That's different from websites, because if you fill your website with a bunch of text, eventually Google's going to crawl that text and decide, oh, this website is about it's a marriage and family therapist website, because it's got all these keywords that are directing people in that niche. So it can tell what websites are about much easier than video, and so that's kind of why you have to tell Google what your video is about.
Okay, great. All right, so we're going to go into it. So now that you know the basics of what SEO is and how important it is in relation to the way Google searches your video, so you're absolutely right. How the heck does Google know the content of your video without text? So let's go with your simple step number 1.
Yeah, and Ernesto, before we do that, I want to show just an example. So I'm going to do a screen share here, just so we can kind of tell what this looks like in real life.
Okay.
And so I'm going to use my salon as an example. So I'm just going to share the screen here. All right, can you see my screen?
Hold on. There you go.
Okay, so we are on Google. So if you go to Google and search for a salon in Redmond, Oregon, that's where we're at. What you're going to find here is my video. So it's the very first thing here. Cool thing about video is it has a thumbnail. There's no other web links that have thumbnails. Well, I guess there's our 9 Salon. This is my Google Plus, which is just my profile picture. But so this is just begging to be clicked. As a result of this thumbnail, videos have a 41% higher click-through rate than these static websites because it's just saying, click me. You know, people want to watch video. The other cool thing about it is you can put whatever thumbnail you want there, and so this is gives you kind of an advantage. What we've chosen to do is just tell people about our offer. So if you're searching for a salon in my city, and you see the 9 Salon, then you see right here number 2, the 9 Salon. This is our website, and then you'll see our Google Plus listing. For some reason, it used to be number 1. It's been bouncing back and forth, but anyway, we'll get it back to number 1. They're gonna say the 9 Salon's kind of the place to go because they have, you know, I can't get away from them. So they'll watch the video because there's a 10% off offer here, and so it really is just begging to be clicked. So that's kind of what it looks like in real life. And then when you click this, it just goes to YouTube and plays my video instantly. So, so
hey,
that's
can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you type in something for me?
I will. What do you want?
Can you type in video marketing for a therapist? Let me see if anything comes up with that one.
All right, this is what I'm getting from my part of the world. There you are. There he is. So Ernesto, right here on the first page, and this is pretty cool because Ernesto and I have talked about his own search engine optimization with video, and the cool thing is he, without even knowing what he was doing, is ranking videos here for these keywords. So it's pretty amazing.
Confession, that was a shameless plug. Thank you very much.
Shameless plug. It's looking good though. You're doing well with this.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
All
right.
Yeah. Let me go into what I kind of prepared. I did a little PowerPoint presentation here. So the step number 1 is you want to research your keywords. And so what I mean by a keyword is it's not just one word. It's going to be more. A better way to say it is a key phrase, but Google calls it a keyword. So what I just typed in for our salon example is Salon Redmond, Oregon. So as you can tell, when people search for that keyword, Salon Redmond, Oregon, we're coming up number 1 consistently.
Wow.
And so what you're going to want to do for a local business is just use the Google Keyword Planner tool. All you need to do is sign up for a Google AdWords account, and then just search for the Google Keyword Planner tool, and then you can type in keywords of just what you think would be good. Google will pump out for those keywords how many monthly searches are being searched for those keywords, and it'll give you a lot of other keywords that could be related. So even if you don't search for the right ones, it'll tell you the ones that would even be better to rank your video or your website for. So it's a really helpful tool. So that's kind of where you want to start. You want to find out what are people actually searching, and then base your video around that.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's Google Keyword Planner tool is really helpful.
Great. Hey, Dustin, real quick, for some reason it is still on the website.
Oh, well, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
Let's fix this.
Okay. There you go.
You can see me?
I can see you now.
Okay. Can you see the PowerPoint now?
Now I can see it. Awesome.
Okay. Hey, we're kind of new at this, so.
Dustin, you don't want to tell people that we're new in doing this.
We're new at this Google Hangouts thing. So anyway, okay. So can you still see it now that I?
Now I see you.
You see me. Okay. I'm gonna have to just escape out of this. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's just screen share.
I swear, folks, we know what we're doing.
We know what we're doing. Okay, so I'll just keep it in this screen. That works, right?
Okay. Okay.
So create the video script. That's number 2. So you want to definitely plan what your video is going to be about, what you're going to say, for a few reasons. You don't, like I said earlier, you don't want it to be 5 minutes long. You want it to be able to be 1.5 to 2 minutes max, because that's how long people are going to engage with you. So you want to have a script, and in your script, you're going to want to put your keywords in so that you're verbally saying it. So if your keyword is, in our case, salon in Redmond, Oregon, you want to say, welcome to the 9 Salon. We are a salon in Redmond, Oregon, because later we're going to actually upload a transcript. And a transcript's the way that you're going to tell Google what your video is about. So if you have your keywords in that transcript, Google's going to know this video is about a salon in Redmond, Oregon, and it'll help you rank for those keywords.
I see. So just to reiterate, and why it's so important to write a script. So when you are writing a script, making sure that you talk about all the content that's in your video within that script. And that is part of the text for your video, and you put that where?
I'll go over that later.
Okay.
That's going to be one of my steps, the transcript part.
Okay.
So yeah, let's wait for that step, and if you want, I can actually show you how we do that.
Okay.
But it's going to be in the advanced settings of your YouTube video, essentially. So yeah, so the two main reasons are, one, you want to be able to create the script beforehand so that you're prepared and you can do the video in 1.5 minutes. And then also you want to be able to plan out your keywords so that when you upload that transcript, you'll be able to rank for those keywords based on what you're saying. Because Google doesn't know exactly what you're saying until you upload that transcript. So let's go to number 3. So number 3 is just produce engaging content. You've probably heard this a million times, but like I said, if it's not engaging, people aren't going to stick around. So even if you have a great offer at the end, even if you've loaded it with your keywords, if it's not a video that people are going to learn quickly what you're about and what you're offering, that's keeping their attention, they're not going to stick with it, and your video is not going to rank, because audience retention is really important.
I see. So here's something very important I think that a lot of people need to understand. The longer they watch your video, Google can actually determine that, right?
Yeah, so if people are, in my case, if they're searching salon in Redmond, Oregon, and time and time again, people click on that and then watch it for 3 seconds and then click out of it, Google's eventually going to say, this is not providing what the people want, and my rankings will go down as a result. So you have to have engaging content so people watch it to the end. When people watch it to the end, Google says this is exactly what they were looking for, so we're going to keep it up there in search.
I see. So again, it's so vital, this one point, that your videos need to have strong, vital content. And the purpose for that as well is to keep the audience to stay longer than 30 seconds, 1 minute, even 2 minutes. So Google will actually recognize how long the audience will stay to watch your video, correct?
Yeah, and YouTube actually keeps all that, all of those analytics. So if you really wanted to get down to it, and you put out a video, and you're noticing at 1 minute 2 seconds people are clicking off consistently, you could actually go back and make a new video and change that up so that you can fix that retention. So just make it more engaging. For whatever reason they're coming off at 1 minute and 2 seconds, you can kind of fix your video as a result. So it's good. It's good for people to watch at least 60–70% of your video. It's really when they only watch just a couple seconds, Google's like, this is not providing what they want. So, yeah.
Great.
All right, so we'll go to number 4. Upload video for optimization.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what this means. There's actually 9 steps. And so let me just say real quick, for those that are watching, you might want to take notes. I would just say hold off on taking notes, because if you signed up for this, I'm going to actually send out an email that's going to give these 9 steps in a PDF form, so you can actually have access to that later.
Thank you.
So unfortunately, it's not going to come up one by one because for whatever reason it wasn't working. But I'll just have them all out here. So upload video for optimization. I'll provide a PDF for these steps too. It'll be a checklist, a video upload checklist. So the first one is rename your video file to your main keyword. So when you're producing your video and you're exporting it, before you upload it, you want to actually rename that video file your main keyword. So in my case, it would be Salon Redmond, Oregon .mp4 or whatever format you're using. And then at that point, you would upload it to YouTube once it's saved.
I see. So for clinicians who want to do a video maybe on couples counseling or communication, some of the things that you should put to rename your video, to title your video is couples counseling or conflict resolution for therapists, or I'm sorry, for couples, something like that.
Yeah, again, you'd want to start by using that Google Keyword Planner and kind of find out what you want to rank for. You know, how many, if there's 200 monthly searches for marriage and family therapist in Denver, then and that's where you want to go for your keywords, then that's what you would name your file. So that's why it's important to use that Google Keyword Planner to find, just to kind of strategize what do you want to rank for.
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah, so number 2, upload the video as private or unlisted. This is something that a lot of people don't do, and it's important to do this. And the reason for that is you have no control when the Google bots crawl your video. And so if you upload it to public immediately, they could crawl that immediately, but you wouldn't have optimized your title, your description, your tags at that point. So what you want to do is upload the video as private or unlisted. That ensures that Google and YouTube will not crawl your video until you actually make it public. So while it's private and unlisted, then we'll move on to number 3. You'll have the opportunity to fill out your title. And so you want to optimize your title. This is one of the main things that's going to tell Google what your video is about and be able to insert your keywords. So you're going to want to put, like I say there, your main keyword, whatever you're trying to rank for first, you're going to put that at the very beginning of your title sentence. So you may have noticed, I don't know, can you see my screen if I go back here? Or am I still on the PowerPoint?
You're on the PowerPoint still.
Okay. So anyway, you might have noticed on our video we were trying to go for Hair Salon Redmond, Oregon, and we ranked number 1 for that one too. So that's what I put at the very beginning. I put Hair Salon Redmond, Oregon. Then I did a little dash and I put the 9 Salon. I don't remember exactly what it was, but so you'll want to put your main keywords in different forms there in your title.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
When it comes to keywords, something just to mention, because you're going to do the same exact thing for your description. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to put hair salon, hair salon, hair salon, hair salon, because Google recognizes when you're trying to pack keywords. So you want to make it very organic, very natural feeling, but you want to optimize it and put them in there where they should be. So the next thing, number 4, is add your description. So right below your title in YouTube settings, there's a place to put a description. What I always like to do is if you're attaching an offer or anything, it's good to put your website there at the beginning.
Okay, got it.
So what
Let me go back just a little bit. So one of the most important thing I think we need to also capitalize on is that the part of the keywords. So if you are in a certain area of counseling, for instance, if your office is a certain area, should your keywords also mention your location?
Yeah, definitely. So that's kind of, if you just try and rank for a therapist, there's going to be millions and millions of websites, and so it's going to be that's a very high competition keyword, and so it's going to be very, 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 very difficult to rank for therapist. But there's only so many therapists in your city, so if you're trying to rank locally for the purposes of getting new clients, which is exactly what we're talking about, you're going to want to put your what you do and where you're located as your keyword. So like I said, in my example, salon Redmond, Oregon is my keyword because I want to come up when people are searching for a salon in my city.
Right. So it's very important to be specific in your description and in your title. This also goes for those of you therapists who have a certain niche, for instance, eating disorder or PTSD. It should be mentioned along with the location where you practice.
Yep, that should be part of your main keyword is your location. And there's other ways that you can tell Google, we'll get to that a little bit later, where you're located. And one of them is your website. Like I was saying in your description, if you put your website in there, it does a couple things. YouTube is a very high-ranking website because so many people use it. So if you put your web link right there in your description, it's giving your website actually a little bit of link juice coming from YouTube, which is it's a high-authority website. So that's good for your website, for one. Two, it kind of connects your YouTube video with your website. Now Google knows this video has content that's the same as this website, and so if it crawls your website and knows it's about a marriage and family therapist, it's going to kind of deduct that that's what the video is about as well. So putting your website there at the beginning is good, whether there's an offer on your website or not. It's good just to be able to link there, and then just functionally, it's good immediately for people to be able to just click there if they want to go and find out more about you. So.
Great.
The other cool thing about putting your web link right there is when you do rank in Google for those keywords, the first couple sentences of what's in your description is going to pop up there in the Google search. So people will see you want to put your phone number right there and your website because people can actually click it from Google search and get straight to your website. So you want them to watch your video, but it's nice to be able to connect the two.
Yeah, so there's connection there. Now, before we move on, after we go through some of these 9 things, I do want to go into YouTube and just show people where these areas are so that, for instance, the description box. I know that you already know that, but we want to make sure that people know exactly where that is.
Yeah, if you'd like, why don't I just switch over there, and I can, because 5, 6, and 7 really are all that. So why don't I go over there and we can just look through an example.
Okay, again, this is Ernesto from Filmit.com and Dustin from 9 Design teaming up to give you vital information that you need to get your video to be ranked on the first page of Google. Now, again, we are specifically using YouTube. This is our platform, and we believe that YouTube is a powerful platform for videos just because Google and YouTube are married. And so you want to make sure that those two are in harmony with your website and also with your videos. Right now, Dustin is going to bring up a website or YouTube to show you exactly where the description, the titles are, where you need to really input things into embed into your videos. For those of you who have done videos with Filmit.com and are also on my page, I will make sure to go back to your videos and make some arrangements to make sure that your optimization is seen or is used a little bit more by Google. So, all right, Dustin, go ahead.
All right, so you see kind of the back end of YouTube here. This is going to be your upload settings. So, like I said here, this is going to be your title, and you put your title right in here. So I have ours, Hair Salon Redmond, Oregon. This is our main keyword, so I put it right there at the front. I put our, this is really good to be able to put your phone number right in the title too, for a couple reasons. One, like I said, if it's on your website, your phone number, they can connect that the same phone number is here in this video, so the website, the website and the video are the same connected business. So, and then the other thing is, if this comes up in Google search, people can actually call you immediately without even watching your video. So save a step, and just have them call you if they're ready to do that. This is going to be the description area. You'll notice that I put our website, and then this is our 10% off coupon, so they can.
That's really interesting that you placed your hair salon and your phone number on there. Now, could you also put in your website URL on that thing?
I wouldn't put your website. I'd save that for the description right down here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a real good strategy is to have your main keyword, your phone number, and then kind of secondary keywords. And we decided just to put some of the services that we offer, haircuts and color. So,
Got it.
so yeah. So here's the description. You're going to want to have about 200 to 400 words of content in your description. If you don't have anything in your description, then this is just a good way for Google to understand what the video is about. So you're going to be able to put some nice content here. You don't, like I said, you don't want to pack your keywords, but you want to make sure that they're in there in various forms so that Google knows that this is a hair salon.
Got it. And so this is really important. On the description section of your YouTube, for those of you who have videos and are in private practice, I would recommend you put the about information on your website. For instance, this talks about your practice, who you are as a clinician, and you just cut and paste that section into the description section.
So let me. That's a good idea. However, I would scramble it a bit because Google doesn't like duplicate content. So it is good to put your about text in there, but you're going to want to switch it up a little bit with how you say it, because if they notice, it's the same exact content, it doesn't help. You want original content on everything that you do, so blog posts and everything. So this is one of those things too. You definitely want original content.
Okay. So how would then they be changing just a little bit about in that section? Can they cut and paste some things and then add some things in there, or how does that work?
Yeah, if you cut and paste it and say, in our case, we do haircuts and color for an affordable price, you can say, switch it up and say, in Redmond, Oregon, we offer some of the most affordable prices for haircuts and color. So just kind of rephrasing the same thing, but just saying it a different way. Yeah. That way, Google's not saying it's a cut and paste. They don't like duplicate content. So.
Got it.
Yeah. So in the description, moving right along, you can put some other links there. Here's our Facebook site, just kind of connecting those things. But the way that you want to end it is by actually putting the link to your video, this actual video, right there in your description, and then ending it with your keywords. And I don't know why, but for whatever reason, Google gives you a little bit extra bump for doing this, for having your keywords at the very end. So you have your keywords at the beginning of the title and at the end of your description, and it just kind of helps a little bit. So
this whole time I've been putting it in the very beginning.
Hey, it's okay to put it at the beginning, but you definitely want to have it there at the end. I guess that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next thing is the tags.
I'm sorry, let me go back, Dustin. Can you go up? On your, it's interesting that you put your actual address of the hair salon on the description section.
Yeah, the reason I did this, and this is good. The reason for it's a little bit different than what you might expect, but something else that I do is I help businesses with their Google Plus, rank their Google Plus page in the Maps section. And I know that mine was coming up like 6 down instead of number 1, which isn't good. But we'll get it back at number 1. But one of the things that helps in that Maps section of Google is to be able to have consistency with your physical address on a bunch of different profiles. So whether it be a YouTube channel or a Yelp listing or a Yellow Pages listing or your Google Plus, you want as many different citations like that list your business address, and they need to be the same address. If they're different or they're inconsistent, Google's going to say, I don't know where this person practices.
Wow.
And they're gonna dock you in your rankings of your Google Plus listings. So I like to put my my physical address anywhere that we're at, because it's actually going to help your Google Plus Maps listing there on the first page.
Brilliant. Wow, thank you. That's good. So for those of you therapists, again, with videos, I think it's vital to include your location and to be detailed about it, your actual physical address embedded or in the description section of your YouTube video.
Yep. Yeah. So you really want all of your information to be there in the description, where people can find you, in addition to describing what your business is about.
Right.
So the next section down here is just the tag section. So this is just going to be another way to kind of put your keywords in. Again, you don't want to put your keywords in over and over and over. I chose to do, what is this, 6 or 7 different tags. You don't want to do too little, you don't want to do too many. So I recommend doing 5 to 10 is a good thing. This is just another way to tell Google what your video is about.
Wow, wow. Now also, for those of you who have a niche in your practice, for instance, if you deal with specifically with couples, eating disorders, you do EMDR, anything like that, this is the area where you need to put it in as far as a tag. I know that there's 6 here. I usually go at least maybe about 10.
Yeah, I think 10's safe, especially if you're doing different things. For us, it's just hair salon, but if you're doing several different types of counseling, you'll want to put those different types in there. That's for sure. Yeah.
Great, great.
Yeah. So the next thing you want to do, and this is on my list, but I'll stay here on this page, is going to be your thumbnail here. So by default, YouTube gives you 3 thumbnails to choose from, and they pick that. There's not really an advantage here because it just picks a second of your video and decides which one do you want. You have the ability in YouTube, if you verify your account, to actually choose what people see, and you remember seeing this in Google search. This is what people is gonna see. So we chose in this case to do our offer just because we want people to click it once they see it in Google. And the thing you want to do here is also rename this file to your keyword. So this is just a JPEG image, and I named it hairsalonredmondoregon.jpg. That's another way to...
Even from the file name, your strategy is to even change the file name that complements your what do you call this?
Your keywords.
Your keywords.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
just another way. It's just another way. Everything that you're doing about this video is telling Google what your video is about. And it's just another way to do that.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we're on to number 7.
Okay.
And this is playlists. So you want to be able to put your video in a playlist that has your keyword. So in my case, I chose to do 2 different playlists. I put all of my businesses that I do videos for that are located in Central Oregon in this Central Oregon business playlist, and then any salons that I do. So this is going to be the niche would be in this playlist. So for my video, I've put them in both of those playlists, and so Google really. One of the things, YouTube and Google, they're going to rank your video if it's on a lot of playlists. So if people are watching this and they want to watch it later, they might put it in, one of their favorites playlists or something like that. So if your video is appearing in, several different playlists on different people's channels, then Google's going to say this is an important video, and they're going to rank it up there. But regardless of what other people do, other users do, you definitely want to be able to put it in your own playlist. So
is the playlist located, is that the same thing as, what do you call it, the playlist under live events? You see that on your, all the way to your left?
No. These are going to be, yeah, this is so we're in the videos section. All of my YouTube videos are going to be here. I believe this Google Plus will probably be in live events.
Okay.
This thing that we're recording right now, but...
Is that the playlist you're talking about, though, right there, below the live events?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
So if I click that, it's going to show all of my different playlists that I've created in this channel.
Okay.
So I won't go over there just because I want to stay on this screen.
Right.
But yeah, all of the different playlists that I've created within this channel will appear there.
Okay. So now that the playlist that you were talking about, though, below the public, is that a playlist that Google created for us, or is that your playlist?
This here is a playlist that I've created. So as a YouTube user within my channel, I can create different playlists. So if I really like late night comedy, I can put my Jimmy Fallon videos in my, I'll create a playlist, and this is what it says right here. It says create a new playlist. I could create one that says late night comedy, and I'll put my favorite Jimmy Fallon and Dave Letterman videos in there. for instance. So you can create as many playlists as you want. It's just a way of categorizing and organizing your favorite videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, if playlists are important, because the more playlists that your video appear in, Google's going to say this is an important video, and they'll rank it.
Great, great.
All right, so we're getting to the end here. Number 8 is add your location in the advanced settings. So over here in advanced settings, if you click this, you can go down here and add your video location. All you have to do is just click the search button, and you can add.
Gosh.
You can add your address here, and after I put my address in here, Google changed it to a latitude, longitude number, so that's what those numbers are. But I originally just put our address in there, and that's what you want to do.
Wow.
So if you're doing a local video, you definitely want to put your address in there. If you're doing a video that you want the whole world to see, then you're going to leave that blank.
That is amazing. Okay, so if you have a video that is in the Denver, Colorado area, specifically Westminster, let's just say, you put the address, your physical address on there, and Google will search it?
Correct. You put your physical address in there. YouTube and Google index that, and they say we're going to show this video more often in Denver if you live in Denver, because they don't want people that are searching in Portland, Oregon, when they're looking for a family therapist for your Denver one to come up. They want it to stick with where you're at. So
wow.
So that's gonna people and Google is becoming more sophisticated. So even if you don't search in therapist in Denver, Oregon, even if you just type in therapist, sometimes they'll know, because they can tell where your computer or your IP address, where you're searching from, and they'll give you search results based on where you're at.
Dustin, I can tell you now, all the videos that I have done, even for therapists, I have neglected that video location piece.
Yeah, it's a real simple extra step. Yeah, that's just telling Google over and over again where you're at.
That's huge. So for those of you who've done a video for filmit.com, this is a huge awareness for me. So I'm going to go back, okay, to all your videos and include your physical address on there, so that people will be able to kind of hone in your area.
Yep, that's a good idea. And next time, Google's constantly crawling with their bots all the content. So eventually, when you put that address in there, it'll get re-indexed, and then they'll take that into consideration.
Now, how important is the category section of YouTube? Right above the video location.
Yeah. I don't believe it's that important. To be honest, I don't know a ton about it. But you just kind of find there's not anything that says hair salon, so it's kind of, for me, I just did how to and style. To me, their categories they're kind of interesting. They're not very specific. If you're doing a sports video, then definitely click the one that says sports. But for the stuff that I do, I usually do how to and style or people and blogs. Those are the two that I usually pick.
Okay.
All right. So the last one is going to be, if you go up here and you go to Subtitles and CC, we'll leave the page. This is going to give you the opportunity to upload or type in a transcript. So why don't I just play this video, and you can kind of see what it looks like. So you can see down here the transcript.
Right. Wow.
So this is telling Google exactly what your video is about, because everything that's being said in the video, and this is why you want to plan out your script before you actually shoot, because you can put your keywords in there. But if you just go over here and click Add New Subtitles or CC, I've already done it, so I'm not going to add a new one. But when it's green, that's the one that's active. So you can upload. You can either upload a text file, or you can go in there and type it as you're talking, and it'll pause the video as you're typing, so you can kind of keep up with it. But those are the two ways to let them know through a transcript what the video is about, and it's really helpful. This is
Okay.
probably as helpful as your title or your description.
Perfect.
You know, to be honest, it kind of might be annoying. You know, maybe you want, maybe you have a lower third, and this transcript is covering up your lower third. So you kind of just need to decide what's more important, your video to rank, and this is going to be one thing that helps it, or do you want your whole video to be visible and nothing to be over it? So, I mean, I understand that sometimes having the transcripts down there, but YouTube really likes transcripts because they want to be able to service everybody, and there's people that are hearing impaired, and so this is helpful to them, and for that reason they just rank it a little bit better, in addition to just knowing what it's about. So having a uploaded transcript is really important.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. So once you've done all those steps, and like I said, if you're kind of forgetting all this, or you're not taking notes, I'm gonna send out a video checklist with those 9 steps for how to upload your video as part of the SEO. So
we'll also send you a link to this YouTube video so that you can kind of go back and study up on some of the things that we talked about, because this is really, really vital information if you want to get your videos ranked on Google on the first page.
Indeed. All right, so we ready to go on to step 5? That was a long step 4. The how to upload. So this is get more kelvs is what we call them. This is just comments, embeds, likes, views, and shares. So the more engagement your video has with the public, the better. So if people are writing comments, you're going to want to comment, if somebody asks a question, how much do you charge, or where are you located, or whatever that, you want to be able to get back to them, because the more engagement you have with your audience, Google is going to say these people, are using this platform, or YouTube, they're using the YouTube platform in the way it's designed to be used, and they're going to give you a boost. So comments, embeds are if somebody's watching your video and they want to put this on their own website, YouTube provides an embed code that they can just copy and paste and put it on their website. So regardless, it's good to put the video that you created on your own website, and the embed code is the way to do that. So,
is that the same thing as the URL?
Yeah, to be honest, they've a lot of different web platforms. If you just put the YouTube URL, it'll make it appear. Some you actually have to put the embed code, but you're right. If you just click the copy and paste the URL, sometimes the video will just be embedded automatically. So, yeah. Likes, views, and shares. Likes are just the thumbs up below your video. If people click that, it kind of boosts your rankings a little bit. Views, the more views that you get, the better. So if you have 400 views, it's much better than having 10.
Right.
Because Google's saying that this is a more popular video. So the whole viral idea in ranking is really important. And then shares. So this is going to be on social media, sharing to email, however you want to share. There's a share button below your video when people are watching it, and if they use that, or if you use that within different social media platforms, Google knows that and will say that your video is more important. So all these different things that are letting them know that people are engaging with your video.
Okay, great. So on your video, it's important to make sure that you enable the likes and the shares and the comments from your YouTube video, right?
Yeah, it's good to always keep that enabled for sure.
Okay, perfect. That section kind of makes a lot of us therapists nervous, because sometimes if a client finds us on YouTube, and that's the catch-22, you want to have a web presence, but at the same time, your clients are looking for you, they can find you. That's something that we therapists kind of have to process through to see what is the right way to go about this. So
yeah, and exactly, you kind of need to decide what is going to work for you. What's the best way to go about it? And there's some things that you might need to sacrifice when it comes to your SEO to protect another avenue. So I mean, everything together counts. If you leave part of this out, you'll still survive. There's still ways to get your video ranked, but everything plays a part, and so that's kind of what I'm just sharing is the parts that are being played to rank YouTube, which is different than ranking a website. So, all right, ready to move on to number 6?
Yes.
That's just growing your channel authority. So what I mean by this is if you just opened your channel yesterday and you put one video on it, your channel has absolutely no authority. But if you have hundreds of videos and your channel has been open for 3 years, it's going to have a lot more authority than other channels. And so if you place your YouTube video on a channel that has authority, it's going to rank a lot better. And this is a lot more important than you might think.
Wow.
So in your case, Ernesto, you have a lot of your videos that you've done for your clients on your YouTube channel. This is actually helping all of your clients because the more videos you add, the longer your channel's been in existence, the better it is for everybody. So,
wow. So I want you guys to hear that, okay? He just said that the more videos I have, the longer it is, and if I upload it on my channel, that means you are part of a channel that has authority according to Google.
Yeah. So sometimes there might be a question if somebody's asking you to do a video for them. Well, can I put it on my own channel? The answer is yes, you can, but it's not going to rank as easy as having it on Ernesto's channel because his channel has a lot more authority than probably yours does with just 1, 2, 3 videos. So I mean, part of your strategy might be to build a channel with authority, and if that's what you want to do, then definitely go for it.
Right.
But that's what channel authority is all about.
So for now, I think one of the things that I'm thinking about now is that for those of you who have a video through me, it's better to have it on my channel first and then build up your own channel with your blogs, with your video blogs. For now, because of the strategy that we're using to get your videos seen on YouTube, because I've developed this authority with Google, I think it's better strategy-wise to upload your video onto my YouTube channel and then build up your YouTube channel with your video blog. So, we'll talk about that in a later time, whatever works for you.
Yep, it's all part of the strategy. But yeah, channel authority is really important.
Okay.
All right, number 7 is search behavior. This is something that is actually becoming more and more important. It's kind of new. And what I mean by search behavior is, so in my case, if you go and search Salon, Redmond, Oregon, our video's there. Even though it's at the top, if people just bypassed it and they went down and clicked the 5th link down consistently, that 5th link down is going to eventually take that first spot.
Right.
So part of the reason our video's there is because it has that 41% higher click-through rate. People search Salon, Redmond, Oregon, they click on that video, they stay on the video till the end, and that's why it ranked at the top. Google is recognizing everything that you do when you search and then you click and you stay there, and that's what people are clicking over and over. They're going to say, we're going to keep this at the top because this is what people want. So what people search and what they do with that search, what they click on, is extremely important for your SEO. So that's one of the ways. So one of the things you can do here is if you have a network of therapists, I actually am part of a Facebook group of other people that SEO folks that want to rank videos or websites, and what we do is we just say, hey, search this keyword and then click on this video and watch it till the end. And if you have a network of people, 10, 20, 30 people that are doing this, you can help each other out rank your videos better. So.
All right, you guys, so that's another strategy. For those of you who are on CATS, on Orange County Shrinks, on MFT Guide, you name it, okay? We can actually help each other out by watching each other's video until the end. Yeah,
you got to watch it till the end. That's part of that's really important. So.
Wow. All right, I'm part of a lot of good solid Facebook groups, and I think this is going to be one of our strategies, okay, is to help each other out. Watch the video to the end.
So what you actually need to have your video a little bit ranked, you know, top 100 in Google search. So let's say your video is kind of ranked and it's on page 7 right now. And then you say to everybody in your network, hey, would you search this term? You know, in my case, Salon Redmond, Oregon, I'm appearing on page 6, but I want to get on page 1. If you have, you know, your whole network go and search it, they don't click on anything, but they go to page 6 and then click your video. Eventually, it'll take some time, but eventually you'll appear on page 1. So you kind of need to be in Google first, but once you're in Google, page 3, 4, 5, 6, and you get you know, you practice the search behavior technique, it will help you get on the first page.
Wow, that's incredible information.
Yeah, and this is easy stuff that doesn't cost any money. You just do it. You know, you just help each other out.
Right. So for those of you who've been clicking on my videos, the reason why it's getting up there is because thank you so much. You've been watching it till the end.
Yeah, that's part of it. Now this is going to be different than, you know, if you shared your video on Facebook and somebody clicked it. This is actually searching in Google, finding your video in Google, and then clicking it will boost your ranking. So there's the search behavior, and then there's also just video views, which are two different things, but both important.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah. All right. Coming to the end here. Number 8, audience retention. We don't need to spend any time on this because we've talked about it a bunch. But just having your audience, whoever's watching it, stay on till the end, really important. So we've already covered that. So that's number 8.
Have great content. Do cartwheels. Do whatever you need to do to keep.
Yeah, a little humor, whatever. Keep them engaged. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell a joke.
All right. And finally, number 9. And this one's really important, is tiered backlinks. So what a backlink is let's say on my website, I really like Ernesto's video, and on one of the pages of my website, I put a link to his video. Or maybe I put a link to his website. Google indexes my website, they notice a link to Ernesto's website, and they say, they tally it up. That's one link. So that's what a backlink is.
I see.
So the Google algorithms have changed. The rule of thumb used to be here that the more the merrier, and that's still true, but what's more important than quantity is quality backlinks. So a backlink from CNN.com to your website is going to be really powerful, whereas a backlink from, you know, my website to your video, you know, it would just be one. It wouldn't be that important. But high quality, powerful backlinks from high authority websites is extremely important to ranking your videos. So when I say tiered backlinks, there's kind of 3 steps that I'll kind of explain how this works. And this is kind of the part, I mean, everything we've done so far, steps 1 through 8, all stuff you can do on your own. That's very easy. If you just go through the checklist, it's easy. This part's a little more complex, but I'll kind of tell you what to do, and how to do it is something that is a little more complicated. But this is what you're looking for. High-powered Web 2.0 links. This is links from high-authority sites like YouTube, like Blogspot, like Tumblr. Those are considered Web 2.0 links. Pointed back to your video. You also want social bookmarks, articles to the video, and channel and playlist. So it's not you don't want backlinks just to your video. It's good to be able to put them to your channel and the playlist that your video appears in, because that helps create channel authority and playlist authority. Not just how long your channel has been in existence and how many videos, but how many links are pointed to it as well are important. So
now, is this the same thing as putting your website on the description section of your YouTube?
The website in the description section would be a backlink to your website. So Google would look at your video, they'd say you are linking to your website, so the link in your video would be a backlink to your website.
Got it.
Not the other way around, if that makes sense. Yeah. So a few high-powered backlinks to your video, channel, and playlist is really all you need. But from there, you want to make it a tier. So you'll want to put more links pointing to the links in number 1, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So, and then number 3 would be even more links, blog comments, whatever. Linking to number 2, which are linking to number 1, which are saying all those links in number 1 are incredibly important, which are telling Google that your video channel and playlist is very important. So you have kind of this tier working for you. And this is kind of how organic viral stuff happens. And so if you are able to build backlinks like this, when there's a video of a cat juggling a piece of yarn or something like that, people share it, and there's a lot of links pointed to it. People put it on their websites, whatever. They write articles about it, and that's kind of how the video goes viral, because people are sharing it, people are linking to it.
I would love to see that blog on people writing a blog on kittens playing with yarns.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but social shares are incredibly important too, because those are links pointing back to. So if people are virally posting something that happened on the Jimmy Fallon show, that video is going to rank really well because everybody's talking about it. So it gives this kind of viral effect, and that's kind of what you're doing with backlinks, is you're letting Google know that this is an important video because a lot of people are putting it on their own website, and if it's important enough for that to happen, then Google looks at your video as more important. So it's kind of like a popularity contest.
Got it. Wow. Incredible information, sir. This is great.
It's fun. I like it.
Great. Again, this is Ernesto and Dustin. Back. What's that?
I said I'm going to come back to the screen.
All right.
This. Here we go.
This is Ernesto and Dustin. Hopefully, you're going to see a lot of our conversations like this to give you vital information to get your videos ranked. Content needs to be strong. You've learned some things in our conversation, in our presentation, about some really simple steps to get your videos ranked on the first page of Google. And again, you have to cater your video and your marketing in that way so that you can be seen in your area. Again, it is so vital in this day and age, 2015, 2016, and on, to really include video in your marketing practices, especially as a therapist. Dustin, can you, I know that your website is glaring on the screen right now. Could you tell us a little bit more about how to to contact you and what you do for people as well?
Yeah, you bet. So there's 3 things. Like I said, what I'm all about is helping local businesses dominate the first page of Google. So there's a way that you can do that with ranking your video, ranking your website, and ranking your Google Plus listing. You got 3 right there. Now, if you're able to rank your Yelp listing, maybe other websites that talk about your website on the first page too, then you're really dominating it. But I really concentrate on those 3 things: building websites for people, ranking those, Google Plus, helping you grow with that, and then video. So those are the 3 things that I do. And speaking of it, I wanted to make kind of an extra. I was thinking about this last night. For those of you watching, this is just an extra little thing that I'd be willing to do. Something that I do for some of my clients, or is a service that I offer, is creating a testimonials video. It's a really simple 1-minute video. What I do is I go look for positive reviews that people have left, maybe on your Google Plus, Yelp, Yellow Pages listing, put them into a video, and then rank for a keyword like, in our case, it'd be the 9 salon testimonials. So if you were to search that, you would probably find, or the 9 salon reviews, you would find my reviews video for our salon. And so I thought, for the people watching today, if you wanted to just contact me through the website, let me know a little bit about your information, name, address, where you're located, I'd be happy for free to make one of those videos.
Wow.
You'll have to contact me. There's a button on my website that says reviews video, and that'll take you to a payment form. I usually charge $97 for that. So don't go that route because you'll actually have to pay for it. But for the people watching this video, I thought I could extend that. Just contact me through the website, and I'd be happy to make a reviews video for you. So.
Wow, wow. You know, my audience love free stuff, so we want to give them free stuff as much
Who
as
doesn't like
possible.
free stuff?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah. And
exactly.
and with that, one other thing, I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff out there, but on the very top right corner of my website, 9design.org, there's a button there that you can push. If you found us somehow, or are watching this later after we've recorded it, if you go to the top and press that button in the top right, um, it'll give you a place where you can get the materials. Like I said, there's a PDF that says the 9 steps for successful SEO, and then also the 9 steps, the checklist for video upload in YouTube. There's 2 PDFs. So if you want access to that, you'll just have to click that button, and they will be sent to your inbox that way. So if you didn't come and watch this by signing up, or if you're watching it later. So
Awesome. Wow. Hopefully, all of you who are watching have learned something with this presentation. Like I said, Dustin and I are going to be doing a lot of these how-tos and really walking you towards or giving you information that is vital for your small business, especially in creating videos. And we want to help you out as much as we can. We are here to give you, again, those information that will help you in your practice. As a licensed clinician, I know how difficult it is to market, and I want to give you, Dustin and I want to give you information that's going to make you successful. Dustin, thank you so much for all your knowledge and expertise. I learned a lot. I'm going to be using this in my own practice.
you bet, you bet. Hey, Ernesto, real quick before we sign off, I wanted to open it up for questions and answers if anybody had anything, and I did notice that Christy asked a question here, and I'd like to address it. But if anybody else has any questions and you'd like to do that, go ahead and ask that in the Q&A spot. But Christy asked, would Google ding you if you decide to upload a transcript that matches a written blog post already published that I want to turn into a video?
Wow.
So I think what she's asking is she created a blog post, and then she wants to use that as the transcript for her video. My answer to that short answer would be I'd switch up the content a little bit. You can use that blog post as a as a real as kind of like your foundation for the video, but I'd switch it up a little bit, and then chances are you're not going to be able to memorize that blog post word for word anyway. So if you use the content from that blog post, turn it into a video, but just kind of in your own words, edit it properly, and then upload the transcript of what you actually say. That would be the way that you'd want to do it.
Perfect. Thank you. Wow, that's a great question, Christy.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Is there any other questions that's coming up?
I don't have any questions right now. Yeah, I don't know if you want to wait a minute
If you do, go ahead and email those questions to us. We will send you the answers. Yep. And then, again, we are going to sign off. Hopefully, you've gotten a lot of information, vital information for your practice. Contact us. Visit our website, click on our videos, and for those of you who are signed up to do video with filmit.com, there's a lot of new information that I'm going to implement for your videos on YouTube, and we want to make sure that you end up on the first page of Google. So, Dustin, you the man.
Thank you. It's all fun. So it was good. I appreciate you having me on this live hangout here. It was a good time. So I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for watching.
Signing off, guys. Talk to you soon.
Bye bye.
Gonna make it good.